Hey ladies and gentlemen, Simon here, and I am back with some more videos for you after taking a few days off just to prepare for our charity live stream, or 24-hour charity live stream over the weekend, which went amazingly well. We raised way more than the $5,000 limit that we had set ourselves, ending up, raising $7,000 in the end over the space of 24 hours, and there's a number of interesting caveats that comes along with that, which includes me now having to get a tattoo along with the rest of the reactors that were on that stream. We're all going to get the same tattoo, which we don't know what it's going to be yet, but we never really thought we would reach that kind of a goal. So I want to say thank you to everyone who came out, everyone who supported us, everyone who donated. It was an amazing experience. I'm still a little loopy afterwards, even though I've slept probably a good 12 hours since the event. I'm still a little bit disorientated, so if I am a little bit, if I don't remember things as well as I normally would in this episode, please forgive me. I'm thankful for my notes being here, but I'm ready to watch episode number 36 of Naruto, which should be starting off with a bang. We've seen the group were about to get attacked by a number of clones at the very end of the last episode. I expect that's where we'll, end up. But there was an interesting kind of double take in the last episode where two teams both wanted to do the same thing, bend the rules, open the scrolls, in an effort to try and cheat, to make it look as though the scroll that they had was a heaven scroll, which they've currently got an earth scroll. One team did open the scroll, and two of the members were instantly paralyzed. That means that they are out of the competition because that's not going to fade anytime soon. Thankfully, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were prevented from opening it by Kabuto, who we hadn't seen really since just before the exam started. He is the student who has been through this quite a lot. I think it's his 7th attempt now trying to pass the Genin exam, or I suppose this is the Chunin exam, to become a Chunin. And so, he explained that if you open this, you're done, you're finished. And they've tried to make their way inwards towards the tower. They've only got, I think it's less than a day now before, the exam is over. And, so they've got to really put a step on, because they've not only got to reach the middle, they've got to reach the middle and find a heaven scroll, before the competition ends. So it's really not something that, they have a lot of time to dawdle, really. There's also the other teams as well, several other teams who have to try and make their way there as well. We know that one team has already made it. Well, two teams technically have already made it, including the Sand Village. And so we'll see where this episode sort of takes us. I imagine we're going to sort of have a big chunk of it taken by battle. Which, if the title of the episode is anything to go by, I'm imagining that Naruto is going to face his shadow clones with the other shadow clones that are attacking them. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, before we jump in, I do want to say a big thank you to my Patreon super supporters: Frank Tremel, Karen Abel, Ace, Nick Walters, The Seven Deadly Sins, Damon Smallwood, Michael Y, Clara Gros-Louis, Mr. Greg 89, Pobinhas, Tyrone Tyrone, and Matt Okeefe. So, without further ado, let's jump in and let's see what happens next.
It's weird.
They were stuck in the loop, I remember. It feels like I've been going in a loop for the last sort of 2 days with the lack of sleep. Here they come. What is the breathing apparatus that he has?
4 against 40, just the way I like it.
Well,
Clone versus clone. Mine are better than yours.
yeah, I was going to say, not unless you produce some of your own clones. Even things up. Yeah, they're made out of sludge. They're not shadows. Oh no. It's like a Hydra.
He turned to mush.
Chop off one head and two take its place. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he saw that. He should have done anyway. How didn't Sasuke see that? Was that...
What's going on?
What?
Can't move my body.
Oh, not the... Oh no, the curse mark's taken over again.
Man, shadow clones are supposed to vanish when you give them a good shot. These things.
Yeah, but it looks like they're made out of an actual organic material rather than shadow.
Some kind of genjutsu? I'll show them two can play at this game.
Yeah.
Shadow clone jutsu.
Here we go. Two can play that game. There are so many Narutos. Nice backflip. There you go, Sakura. Oh damn, they've been fighting all night. That's not going to leave them long.
Well, well.
Now
Now who's the cornered rat?
Uh-oh. Were they clones? They were clones. Oh, nice. They're behind you. They're not tired at all.
What do you think, guys?
But surely it would have meant he couldn't have taken a hit because the clones, they disappear after getting hit. So he would have had to have avoided...
Naruto.
He's still going. Well, that's Naruto's break.
After all the work I've done, there's no way I'm gonna stand back and let you guys have all the fun.
What is it with these guys' outfits? The breathing apparatus, the pajamas. It's so strange.
Is this?
So one's blind, one's only got one eye, and one's got two eyes.
So we'll just have to take the gloves
Is that just been
and show you our
being unlucky, or is that like a tradition? The one in charge gets to keep his eyes.
Find the ones that squeal.
I like the idea, Naruto, but you can't smash your way through all of your problems.
I can handle this.
A stabbing pain in my neck when I try my Sharingan.
Oh,
I've used too much of my chakra.
maybe the curse mark is stopping it.
So that one's a clone.
No, they're all fake. That problem is not going away. Whoa, Kabuto. Again. Saving him and getting a cut.
You okay?
Oh, he's underneath. Oh, shit. They were underneath them.
They hide using Earth style.
Oh. What's he doing? Oh! He distracted him.
There's nothing.
But it makes sense because we saw one of them grow out of the other. So they must have been able to... If they're underneath, they must have been able to somehow move inside of the clone and throw the knife. Great, now they can go to the tower.
Something about this guy. Something I don't like.
He is too nice. But I'd like to believe that it's because he is nice. But if Sasuke doesn't trust him, then I don't trust him.
On this, you want it?
Oh shit, yeah, his cards.
So tell me, what did you think?
That's Orochimaru.
Curiosity is truly insatiable, Lord Orochimaru.
Oh shit, they're working for him.
See things others don't. Oh, it doesn't really matter.
He's working for Orochimaru?
Whatever I think.
Oh no.
Deal. There's nobody here.
We were right not to trust him. I was right not to trust him for all of 2 minutes.
Or is that a secret too?
It's like there's a word missing here.
Oh no.
It's about the scrolls. I think we're supposed to open and read the heaven and earth scrolls now.
Does the hypnosis effect not work in here, or... Well, of course, it would cut out on us right at the end when we're about to see them open the scrolls. It's just the way they like to do it. Big reveal there with Kabuto working for Orochimaru. I didn't see that coming. And it makes me wonder, how long has he been working for him? Is he working for him under his own, his own choice? Is he under duress, or has he been sort of taken over by Orochimaru? Because he's been in that exam for so long. It makes me now wonder, was Kabuto failing intentionally so that he could constantly be feeding information to Orochimaru about new and up-and-coming genin, so that when the time was right for someone to come along? I mean, I guess Orochimaru knows from the get-go that Sasuke is a powerful person because of his innate abilities, his clan, his history. But it makes me wonder if, Kabuto was there as a plant to say to Orochimaru, when there was someone who was strong enough that he hadn't seen, this guy is interesting, maybe you should try and, find him as an heir. Because that's what Orochimaru said he was looking for. He said he was looking for an heir. And so I think maybe he's got spies in place to try and find someone powerful enough to be that person. And Kabuto is one of them. And that's why he's failed the exam so many times, because it allows him to constantly be in with the lower ranking members and weed out the powerful ones before they get too powerful. It's an interesting one, and I never saw that coming. Up until Sasuke said he didn't trust him, that was the moment I started to not trust him, because, well, Sasuke's typically right about these kinds of things. It makes me wonder as well if he's now been wanting to observe the team, specifically because Sasuke has been selected and he's got the curse mark. It makes me wonder if that's why Kabuto is helping them specifically. He wants to observe the power, see what the curse mark did. It seems like whenever he tries to use his Sharingan, that activates the curse mark. Now, I don't know if it's just the curse mark is linked directly to that ability or just any time he uses chakra, but it's clear that, it's a test of how well he controls himself, how much control over his power he's going to have. Does he give in and stop using Sharingan because he's worried about the mark? That takes away a massive part of his game. Does he try and overcome the curse mark and control it, allowing him to use Sharingan? But that comes with its own risks. But yeah, I mean, the fight in this was very clever. Having the clones that seem to be made out of organic material was different. And with having that other group be underground, it does allow them to, move into the clones themselves and make the attacks and then disappear back underground without being spotted, But I was just curious about, because they had some very weird, very coordinated clothing, They all had breathing apparatus. I don't know which village they were from specifically. And, they all seem to have these weird, pajama type things on, with, jumpsuits almost. But, yeah, I mean, one thing that we're learning is that Naruto is becoming extremely powerful. His chakra is, as they said, extremely resilient, which means, he still is not at the top of his game. He's got a long way to go, but he's showing signs that, he can go beyond most people at this point. And that's a big advantage. His biggest enemy is himself. It's his own impatience, it's his own immaturity, it's his own ego. If he can get those things in check, then, he has the potential to become as powerful, as a Hokage. I get the feeling that he will get that under control, but watching his journey as he does it is going to be very interesting. And now that Orochimaru has, these cards, which gives you everyone's weaknesses, everyone's strengths, all of their abilities, he's now got, he's got a step on the group. And he's not there, obviously, just to observe. He's made his observations, he's got his information. It's now, what does he do from here? You know, I wonder if the other people from the Sound Village, I wonder if they knew that Orochimaru was there, and like if they knew that Kabuto was spying for him. Don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next one.